Now, for more on Brazil's fight against corruption and how it's shaping the country's future, I'm joined by Phil Davis, publisher of PhilStockWorld.com. Welcome, Phil.
Hi.
So let's start with the latest scandal, this meat scandal. How much is that impacting Brazil's economy, do you think?
Well, unfortunately, I'd say the that sector of the economy, the foods, beef and such, and the exports was probably one of their success stories, and now it's sort of ground to a halt this week, which is very sad for them. I don't think it'll be a long-term impact though, but I just think it's just another in a heap of troubles being piled on.
It does certainly seem like the string is continuing. We know that it's been 3 years since so-called Operation Car Wash began to really root out money laundering and corruption in Brazil. But since then, how effective has this crackdown on corruption really been?
Well, the judge who was overseeing the operation just died in a plane crash. Um, as the investigation was starting to sort of zero in on Temer now because of his involvement with the Odebrecht, the construction company. So I don't think that it's I don't think it's over at all. I think there's a whole nother layer to come up in this thing.
And speaking of Michel Temer, how closely is his political future then really tied to the Brazilian economy, given that this corruption that pretty much affected also his predecessor really isn't going away?
It's not going to go away because he was the vice president while all this was going on. So you're saying that the president was completely corrupt according to the charges right now, and that he had nothing to do with it? That's not very realistic. And Odebrecht himself, who's in jail, the head of Odebrecht Construction, he claims that he's paid, I think, $3.3 million to Temer through one of his friends. And again, like I said, the judge who was overseeing the whole thing just died in a plane crash very suspiciously in January. So they don't even know what's going on there. There's a whole investigation into that on the side. But Temer's only the temporary president. He never ran. He just sort of he took Rousseff's place, and he's serving, I think, until 2019. He's got a limited term, and then he's done. Then they've got to start a whole new government, which that's going to be insane when that happens.
So given all the turmoil, do you think the economy is better off having this kind of crackdown on corruption, this idea of kind of short-term pain for long-term gain?
Oh, sure. I mean, they're not good. Look, Brazil is, what are they? I think they're like the ninth largest economy in the world. They're just a little bit smaller than India or Italy, about $1.8 trillion economy. They were bigger. They've actually shrunk in the last couple of years, about 10%. Partially because of this insane corruption scandal that's gone permeating society. So are they better off? Of course they're better off. You've got to get rid of it. You've got to clean up, and if you want to become a playing member in the big league of economies, you need to follow the rules.
So given all the things that are going on in the economy, how high does political corruption really rank in terms of importance for everyday Brazilians?
I mean, look, it's partially it's a fact of life. Corruption is not. Look, I'm from New Jersey, so we have plenty of corruption where I live too. Um, there's different levels of corruption, of course, but in Brazil you learn to live with it. I mean, in many Latin American countries, corruption is an endemic thing. But the thing about Brazil is they've become such a large economy, and they're so tied into the rest of the world now that you can't play games like that anymore. It's sort of they're in the big leagues. And they can't. If they want to become a world power, they've got to start cleaning up their act. That's the main thing. And if they want to do that, and if they want to expand their economy past where it is now, they've got to start having some rules and following them.
And let's look at that in terms of Brazil's economy going forward. What's your overall impression of the economy in terms of its strengths and its weaknesses?
Brazil's, well, you have to realize a lot of Brazil's strength came from oil wealth. So that's sort of, for many countries, that's a bit out the window right now. Obviously, Petrobras is also involved in this huge scandal. So, that's their major oil company. So that's, they've got the same problem all the oil-producing countries do, that the price of oil came down. It's not $100 anymore, and it's not coming back. So those boom years fueled by oil are over, and Brazil has to have other industries step forward, like the beef industry, unfortunately, which is now involved in its own scandal. On the whole, though, you have a young, vibrant economy. You have a country with huge amounts of natural resources. Not a terribly large population for the size of the country. So in many, many ways, they've got every possible advantage going forward that they can build a great country out of what they have. And you know, look, like I said, they're quite a large economy now. Their per capita GDP is probably about $14,000, which is not bad. Um, so it's a good bet long term on Brazil. Short term though, big problems.
Indeed. Well, certainly, even with the beef scandal, a lot to chew on nonetheless. Thank you. We'll have to leave it there. Phil Davis from philstockwell.com.